I want to fight Conor Benn. Like I said, you got to fight the best, and you know he's the best over there for you guys.
This is Jonathan Agger, Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, here in Las Vegas with Freudis Rojas, who's an unbeaten welterweight, up and coming. 12-0, 11 KOs, right?
Yeah, 12-0, 11 KOs. So it's that guy over there, K. Karoma, that be killing me in the gym for that. So
you train with K Karoma?
K. Karoma, my father's coach, Small, and then my strength coach, Willie. He's back in Houston right now.
Okay, so you're actually 25 years old. So tell us a bit about how you got into boxing and how it all started.
Well, that's kind of a long story, but I'm going to try to cut it as much as I can. So, you know, my dad was a pro boxer, and he boxed for Cuba back in the day. One time, well, he was training at that time. He came to the living room. He's like, to me and my brother, you guys want to go to the grocery store with me? And, you know, as a kid, you're like, yeah, candy, chips, or whatever. So, you know, we get in the car, but he had his gym bag with him. But we didn't think. We said maybe you're going to go to the grocery store and then come drop us off back at the house. But joke on me and my brother. We passed the grocery store. It was like down the street. We passed like 5 more, and we're like, Well, there's this old gym here in Vegas called Johnny Tacos. It's closed down now, but that gym was here forever. He drops us there with some random coach for 3 hours. I kid you not, I cried, I screamed for those whole 3 hours that we came out. My dad came up to pick us up. He's like, you like it? And for me not to hurt his feelings, I said yes. And I've been stuck with it since. But from like 8 to 14, I hated the sport, man. Every day I used to cry. I used to go to my mom. If you seen how I was back in the day, I was like the biggest sissy alive. I didn't want to do anything. I was a little chubby little kid. But look where I am now. So the great of it, I thank my dad for doing that for me.
All right, so what changed after 14?
So when I first made the team, that's where I met Kay. I was 13 when I first met the junior team, and I was hanging around. You know, my parents were very strict growing up, and so when I went to the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs and hanging around all these boxers, getting all these free gear, letting out, goofing off, you know, guys being guys. You know, I was like, you know what, this is actually for me. I think I'm gonna stay in the sport, you know. And since then, I haven't looked back. So you know, it's just something I can't see myself not doing.
So tell us some of the guys you've been sparring. Who's some of the names?
Shoot, man, KB taking me out everywhere. You know, I've done sparring with Terence, Crawford. I've done sparring with Boots, Ennis. I'm soon this camp I'm gonna be sparring with Caleb, with Plant. You know, all these guys over here at Salas Gym. I'll be forgetting the name. All these Cuban guys.
Ugas or?
Not Ugas. Ugas is a very close friend. I don't think Salas wants to let me spar over there. I'm basically banned from his gym because he says that he really doesn't have anybody for sparring. So for me to spar over there, what's that dude? That Dominican dude? Pueblo. Yeah, I sparred him. I think the other guy, Adonis, he's a 54. I sparred with him as well, top rank. Kay was there. So I sparred a lot of guys. I've always say, you know, you got to spar the best so you can be the best. I mean, sometimes if you get your ass whipped, you get your ass whipped. You know what I mean? Like I said at one time in my past fight at the fighter meeting, when they asked me how was the sparring, but I said it was great. You know what I mean? And but it reminds me that, you know, there's levels to the sport. Obviously, I'm young and, you know, and hungry, but sometimes I think as young fighters we have a lot of pride. We're like, oh, I'm the best. Ain't no one that can beat me. And then you go somebody at that level, you're like, hey, let me relax a little bit, you know? But no, yeah, that made me realize there's levels of sport. But those are the people that I can remember of that I've sparred.
That's a pretty good list of people. So tell me about the difference between sparring Terence Crawford and Jaron Ennis.
You know, everybody's been asking me that question, all right?
It's a fight everyone wants to see, right?
Yeah, it's a fight that I want to see as well. You know, they're both tremendous fighters. They both got power. They both are very skillful. I think if it comes down to the both, I mean, I am very, very, very biased in this because I love Crawford. He's one of my favorite fighters. I think he, you know, obviously he has some more experience, and I think that's what he gets him off with Ennis. Now, I think if it was Ennis had the experience that Bud had, I think it would be more similar, a very closer fight. But at this point, I think it goes more experience. But it was good, you know. Ennis is a way more slicker fighter from like upper weights and stuff like that. And then Bud, he's just an all-rounder. He knows what to do. He knows when to catch when you get tired and when to pick it up and when not to. And when he fought Sean Porter, that's a prime example. He went to the corner, they say you're losing. He said, what? He didn't mind, and then he dropped him and defended the fight. You know what I mean? So that's something like, you know, why I say experience comes through the window.
And then a lot of people talking about potentially Ennis against Haney after Haney beat Prograis, because Haney's been saying he'll go up to 47. So, I mean, tell me your thoughts on that.
You know, him fighting Ennis, I would love to see that. But I would also, you know, Devin, me and Devin, we grew up together. I started off at his gym, Hit Factory, when he had it here in Vegas. I got excited when he said he wanted to go to 47 because that made me want to fight him. You know, we always say friendship goes out the window. You know, business is business at the end of the day. He's a world champion. I would even want to fight him. But I don't know. I got Ennis for that fight. I think he's stronger and he's more skilled than Haney. But no disrespect to Haney. I mean, he's a great fighter. Look what he did to Rigas. He made him look like an average fighter that night. You know. But if a scenario came between Haney and Ennis all the way, is hands down there.
Tell me about Canelo and Benavidez. How do you think that's going to go?
You know, everybody keeps saying that Canelo's ducking Benavidez. I mean, you know, so I've been hearing that Canelo be saying that he thinks that there's not no money there in Benavidez, but I think so. Everybody wants to see the fight.
Oh, it's back.
Hey, and he coached by Coach Flick too. This is another one that Coach Flick fighters. Did you give Coach Flick some time?
I forgot to give Coach Flick.
You gotta make sure you give Coach
Where
Flick.
Hey, Flick. Where Flick?
Yeah. You gotta get some handbrake.
Soon Rappin's back again.
What was the question again?
I've forgotten it. Canelo and Benavidez.
I think it's going to be a great fight. I think Benavidez is more hungry, and he's my stablemate as well, but I think he'll pull that fight off. You know, he's proven everybody wrong, and he can hang in there and stuff like that. He's also saying he'll even fight Bivol if he'll go up to 175 to go fight him because Canelo's ducking him. So, you know, I'll go to Benavidez for that.
I'm going to give you 3 names out of the UK. I just want to know if
Ben? Is that the first
I was about to go with Conor Benn. What do you think of Conor Benn?
I think he's a great fighter. You know, I want to fight Conor Benn. Like I said, you got to fight the best, and you know he's the best over there for you guys. And I think it'll be a good, you know, USA versus the UK type of stuff. So I mean, if the fight's there, if they will offer. I mean, at this point, I'll take any fight. You know, like I said, I'm hungry. I'm young. I want fights to prove myself. You know. So I'm glad that I got Samson and think we're moving on the right direction to get those fights. So if Conor Benn sees this, please send the contract, man.
Conor just fought in the US. He was fought in Florida, I think. Do you have a message to him, to Eddie Hearn, about a potential fight?
Send me a contract. Fight me, please. You know, I know Eddie B. You know, be watching me because you know my managers always be up on ringing them to either give me fights or stuff like that. So. Please do. Send me the contract. I'd love to fight your fighter, Conor Benn, and prove to the world that I'm the best.
Have you heard of a guy called Michael McKinson?
No.
The guy who fought Virgil Ortiz. Remember that fight?
The guy who fought Virgil Ortiz,
he stopped him in 9 rounds to the body.
Was that his last fight?
Yeah. Remember?
I think so. Very light. I don't really remember all.
He's a good fight as well. Have you heard of David Avanisan?
The name's familiar.
He's you on Conor Benn.
Conor Benn, but Conor Benn, you know, that's what you hear all the time. Conor Benn. So I mean, and you know, I've heard it's been very tough for him to get fights as well. So shoot, if it's tough for you to get a fight, just send me a contract. I'll fight you. I don't really care. You know.
All right, Freddie, we'll leave it there. Appreciate your time, and you're back. Tell us the date again.
We're back on January 17th in Florida on Pro Box.
Okay, and tell them your socials.
So on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram is Freudis Rojas, FREUDIS ROJASJR for all of those.
Great, Freddie. Appreciate your time. Thanks.
Thank you, man.